Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 28th of September, 2025. Bananas. It has been a fucking week. Has it not, my friends? Has it not? The reason it has been a week is because 7 days have passed. And that means we must do another fragrance rotation video, and I will. A good week, fragrance-wise, I think. Some absolute fucking classics in there. Certainly classics of the collection. This is one of the good things about selling perfumes. You get to wear the stuff you love more and more often. And I am. And on that note, I started off this week by wearing Balenciaga Pour Homme. I have had inquiries as to the availability of my Balenciaga Pour Homme. I can safely tell you to stop that. They are not for sale. Other things are for sale, and they are great things. I have many great things, but not for sale is Balenciaga Pour Homme. Do not do that, either to yourself or me. Haven't reviewed this yet. This bottle is actually fucking quite well used. I'm a big fan of how much I've used of this bottle, even though it is slightly scary. This is my first 100ml that I will have gone through. I've already gone through a 30ml, which, when you've got a big collection like this, getting through bottles is actually quite difficult. So here I am before you with my Balenciaga Pour Homme, probably my favourite fragrance, you know, but not my only loved fragrance. For on Tuesday, I wore Antaeus, and this is my modern Antaeus. I do have a vintage Antaeus, spray, which I am keeping, but I also have a 70ml 1984. No, I've got a 100ml bottle with 70ml left, and it's from the 80s. So I think it's from 1984, that bottle. Anyway, this one from, I want to say 2015, 2016, 2017. This is still brilliant. I still love this stuff. It's fucking great, you know? This is still an absolutely class fragrance. Castoreum, leather. It's got the Chanel DNA thing going on with the rose, jasmine, floral heart. The rose in this is wonderful, but it's got that little bit of growl. It's got a fatty leather and a little bit of growl underneath. And it just makes it an amazing way. It's quite aromatic at the top, actually. You know, it's got a little bit of warm spiciness. Great fragrance. A really great fragrance. Apparently they only sell about one bottle a month at the local boutique, which is sad. Sad for them. Just shows you that people don't have any taste these days. They'd rather buy fucking shite, basically. Anywho, next up, I wore another world-class favourite scent of mine. This is Dior Homme 2011. The Demaché reformulation. Much thicker. You know, much less intricate, much less tight. It flows a bit more. It's got like an amberiness to it, which is why I wear this during the autumn and the winter months. Maybe not the depths of winter, because, well, no, I suppose you could, as long as it didn't get too cold, you know? As long as it wasn't so cold that you couldn't, like, you know, you couldn't move because you were frozen in place. It's iris. This is all iris, but it does show the differences in style, aesthetic, and technique between Olivia Polge and Francois Demachy. This is much more broad strokes of perfume. It's laid on thick with a broad brush, and the effect is still marvellous. I'm not knocking it, that's not what I'm saying, but Polge's, to me, to continue the painting analogy, feels like much finer strokes, much more tightly packed, much more dense, but not quite as rich. It's more ethereal. Very interesting. Very, very interesting to me. That I think that's great. Next up, on Thursday, I wore one of my favourite fragrances. You can expect to see more of this in the coming weeks, because I'm at the point now where I actually feel like I need to fucking use the rest of this bottle. Otherwise, it's either going to turn or it's going to evaporate. And this is Smalto Pour Homme, my original bottle, my love. Look at the damage of that, man. There's hardly anything left in that now. There's got to be, what, between 10 and 12 mil left in there? It's not a lot. So I'm going to be wearing that, I'm going to be wearing that as much as I possibly can for a while. It's a great fragrance, though. It's quite aromatic. It's got that star anise twist at the top, so it's very interesting. It's got lots of lavender in it. It's got that 80s lavender, which I find really cool. And then a big smoke moss, a big smoky oak moss leather in the base, which smells like a stylish Italian leather jacket, worn leather, really cool. Friday, God, we're getting through these quite quick, aren't we? Friday I wore a fragrance that I haven't actually worn very much of. I haven't worn as much of. I've had this for quite a while, and this is actually a gold cap. This is a gold cap, but I don't have the cap because it's a tester. Don't be afraid of testers, especially if you're actually wearing the fragrances, unless you want to put them on Instagram or you want to take pictures and make them look pretty. I'm not particularly arsed about that. I'm much more arsed about the smell. Makes sense that I'm not interested about how it looks, because again, I don't have any of the social medias. A lot of people who do that just want to show off, but it's not my aesthetic. I'm probably being harsh there. This is what are you? Are you a fougere? I want to say you are a fougere. Big lavender. Big lavender. A little bit of something citric in the opening. Sprayer's okay. It's not shit, but it's not great. Yeah, something a little bit citric, like a little bit like bergamot, or like something. Maybe Amalfi lemon. Because I think it's either Amalfi or Sicilian. One of the two is quite creamy. It's got a creamy citrus opening, and then it's a little bit spicy. It's very creamy. It's very smooth, and you've got a very suited and booted kind of lavender. It's a gorgeous fragrance. Performance is really good. This is the Eau de Toilette. They came out with an Eau de Toilette and an Eau de Parfum at the same time. I've smelled the Eau de Parfum, the vintage, but I much prefer the Eau de Toilette, I must admit. I much prefer the wearing experience. In the base, it's obviously got patchouli, tonka, vanilla. Just a wonderful, wonderful fragrance, really. And now I'm into it and I'm wearing it. Okay, Saturday. Oh, I wore this yesterday. I absolutely love this stuff. For some reason, the sprayer works intermittently. This is Cuir Cannage. It worked for us yesterday, thank God. This is Cuir Cannage. I prefer this over Cuir de Russie massively. It is leather, iris, orange blossom, jasmine, rose. It's definitely a Cuir de Russie type leather rip-off sort of thing that Dior did. Excuse me. And I just prefer it. I just prefer it. It doesn't have that kind of dank, off birch kind of thing. There's a lot of birch in this as well, but the Chanel birch smells a bit stale to me. In the modern version, in the vintage version, I've had them. I've smelled them all. I had a really old version from the 80s of Cuir de Russie. And I liked it, but I had to sell it because I just much prefer this. The orange blossom in here is absolutely gorgeous. The leather, the smoky, birchy leather in here is amazing. Again, one of Demaché's better perfumes, I thought, you know. Well, one of his better perfumes, one of his best perfumes, to be fair. It absolutely rocks. It absolutely rocks. Good grief. What am I talking about? I'm getting show me age there. This is a big 250ml. I actually happen to have a 450ml, but I got this 250 at a price at such that I could not turn it down. Okay, my scent of the day. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, actually, because it's a fucking yawning great bottle. This is Ambre Nuit. Nuit. I had to get the bottle out anyway because I need to decant some. And look at the, I don't know if you can see, you can see the fill level at the top there. I've used quite a bit of this. It's really nice. I find that you do actually use quite a lot more when you have to decant things rather than spray them. So beware when buying bottles like this, where you've got to decant them, like splash bottles is what I should say. Wonderful perfume, rose, ambergris, amber type thing. People say that it was a bit of a clone of Mita, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, thanks very much, everybody. I'll see you again soon.